So, I mean, it's human nature, okay? Like, you have in your mind, okay, you have a deadline, okay? But something comes up, you know? Like, you're at your desk, you're watching, I don't know, the latest viral trends, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's right, I have a thing at a certain time and place. That was me over a month ago when these shows weren't even coming out for a while, okay? But here's the thing, sometimes well planned out things can go wrong. So don't be going to somebody who procrastinated and say, you really should have thought this out more. That's why I leave my clothes out for the next day, so I'm ready. Yeah, I don't care what you do. I live my life, you live yours, okay? Hey Rod. How are you thinking the cold opener's going so far? Listen, I'm just happy you're here 2 weeks in a row. I'm sure half the audience is happy that I've been here 2 weeks in a row so far. So when's your next day off? You know, you did the same thing last year, and then I said something, and then it got jinxed because the whole summer I wasn't even here. So yeah, just go down wherever puppets go. Okay. You're watching the Rob Rodriguez Show, guaranteed to make you feel a certain way. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Rob Rodriguez. Now, funny thing, earlier this week, funny likely thing with my VHS player. Okay, my thing for the last 3.5 years was I'm the young guy who collects videotapes. Okay, we're on the same page here. So then my tape player decided to start eating my collection. Like, just, not all of it. Like, we still got decent titles. Ironically, one day decided to just throw the F-list movies into the tape player, and then all of them just started to get eaten alive. Yeah. It was the Cassette Massacre, I tell you. But, you know, CNN won't take that name seriously. They won't trail it for days. Yeah, it was probably just dramatic for like 1 second. But I am here reporting it to you today. Where was I going with that? So I'm going to just aim this question to the female viewers for a second. Yeah, I know usually we believe in equality here, and it's both parties I'm talking to. But you know what, this just seems like, this is a problem that's been going on for years, okay? So you know when your Facebook Messenger you get loads of messages from these guys that just randomly friended you because they found interest or something, or you knew them from, I don't know, an old job, an old neighborhood. You encountered each other at vacation once, and then randomly you just see a trail of messages that say, hi, how are you? Do you mind if we talk for a couple minutes? Hi. Hey. Yep. There are times where you have to say, and this is for both parties now, there's times where you have to say, enough already, you're carrying on, you're milking this a little too much. Like some of you just want to say, hey, what's up, just to get these people to leave you alone before you block them. Another example would be when a movie's coming out, right? Like there's so much press and promotion. Trailers every day for said movie. Some are way too overhyped. And some commercials, you know, they cycle 10 times a day on 4 different networks. Cable, you know who you are. Like Deadpool 2 is coming out, and you know, we've been dealing with trailers for months. We've been dealing with release date changes. But then what if it's just like the first movie where it looks awesome, but then you see the movie in theaters and you're like, eh. You see? And, you know, some movies just promote themselves like they're gonna be one thing, but then it's something totally different. Like, I thought this movie coming out next Friday the 13th called Truth or Dare, it looks like it's gonna be a horror film, so I looked into it, right? And then I was like all for it until I saw from the makers of Get Out and Happy Death Day. Oh, it's gonna be one of those movies. Kind of like how when I saw Unfriended and I didn't jump once. So let's go back to the good old days, okay? You know, when you were on a road trip or in the car in general with the family, the whole gang, the gang's all here, alright? In a small minivan. You can't say you weren't that child who was like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Can we get McDonald's? Why are you guys ignoring me? This is why I'm gonna need therapy when I get older. All events in that bit were fictional, and anything that sounded real is just pure coincidence. Disclaimers are fun. Especially when I didn't put them on the screen and just spoke it, so... An unofficial disclaimer, my friends. About 4 years ago, I used to go to this restaurant with my family, and there was this band, this house band. Kind of a residency, even though it was kind of just a family-owned barbecue restaurant, so I don't know why something like that would need a residency. I'm pretty sure it was a bar and grill, too. So, there was, yeah, these house bands. But, you know, they would just Bruce Springsteen style it up. Like, they would just talk for several minutes and not barely play anything through their set. And then when they would play something, it was very partial, and then they would start telling another story. Then, in 2015, I decided to just lampoon that, and thus a character was written named Guitar Guy who tells stories but never sings. Later I would remove that character and then all of a sudden just bring him back for a diss track, so actually he did end up singing. But if I ever bring back any of my characters from the early days of 2014 and 2015, you know, why don't I bring back my characters? It's like the old Rob is dead and the new Rob is just some awkward guy who wears beige shirts. Okay, so it's like no surprise that over the years I've expressed some super celebrity obsession, like, to the camera. In fact, I did a sketch promoting that new episodes were coming out, and then my whole idea was that the YouTube channel was leaving me signs to come back eventually. Yeah, this was the month off. But then, as I closer analyzed it, see, this is why you should never just follow one team. You should never just follow one actress, especially at the time when it's like you're completely high off this actress. Yeah, and on top of that, like, if you were following me on Twitter in 2016, most of the time I would only go on just to compliment actresses. And then every once and again, I would get a like from said people. Notably in Season 2, I used to use one of their names a lot. But, you know, I can admit, the first step is admitting you have a problem, and I was the Twitter stalker of 2016. Yeah. I don't like that title, but again, self-awareness is a good thing sometimes. I'm gonna need a minute. Alright, and we're back. Just, yeah. Very well. So yes, the lifespan of a meme differs from show to cartoon to animal video to kids being the darndest they can be. Yeah, their memes last so long, and I guess they die once someone puts them in a compilation of Try Not to Laugh videos. Yeah, remember the old days, people used to send in tapes to America's Funniest Home Videos. But then YouTube happened. And then shortly after, Adpocalypse happened. But it's okay. This channel's not Let's try that again. Blah blah blah, and later Adpocalypse happened. But that's okay. This channel isn't affected by it. I mean, just imagine if there was a restaurant solely based on any viral trend over the last 10 years. Alright, welcome to the Internet Cafe. Ironically, we do not have Wi-Fi. We're just based on the things America loves. So I'm going to get you started on some fresh avocado and these nuts. I'm trying to have a decent meal with my family. Think about the children, and my wife is sitting right next to me. Oh, that's great, dear. Put the children before your own wife. I see how it is. Oh, you know what I mean, honey. I love you all equally. Maybe I love the boy more than the girl, but you didn't hear that, kids. Hey, we're paying for your college fund. Yep. Sometimes you find out about memes and they were already dead for a long time. Like, I wish I knew about the Moscow song while I was still in high school and struggling in history class. Oh man, I gotta read all of this stuff about the Cold War, but what am I supposed to do? Oh, I know. Yep, okay, I'm gonna get an A. Alright, it's time for a segment solely based on things that sound made up, but I always have facts to back it up. Yep, because we are fair and balanced. It is time for events in history that actually happened. Okay, so Ben Affleck is Batman, okay? But here's the thing. A couple of years ago, a movie came out. And Superman was in it. Who was playing Superman? None other than Matt Damon's best pal from Good Will Hunting, Ben Affleck. Take a look.
Hey, Superman.
Well, hello there, young man. What's your name?
Kenneth Giles. Can I shoot you?
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Jennifer Garner's ex-husband. Oh no, did I mention it was a biopic about the actor? Yeah, I should have mentioned that. What's in your wallet? It's time for that weekly list known as the possibility list. It's kind of like how the list needs to accept that the first part of the show has a pun now. So, calm down, possibility list. Okay. Alright, this week's list is titled 7 Things That Need to Calm Down. Number 7. Holograms at music festivals. Number 6. Fidget spinners. Number 5. My ambition for views. Number 4. TV shows that are past 8 seasons. Number 3. Guitar players at the bus stop. Seriously, we see that your case is open, but don't expect all of us to throw $1 in there. I mean, I know you need to get home, but I guess panhandling is where all great musicians got their start. I mean, Canada was probably full of panhandlers at bus stops and train stations. Oh my. Number 2, Black Friday shoppers. And number 1, connections in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Alright, and that is the possibility list for you this week. Alright, well that is the show for you this week. You know how to follow me on social media. Until next time, please check for any updates on the second channel. How is it doing? Is it doing okay? Is it eating all 3 meals? I sound like Sarah McLachlan in one of those animal commercials. Like, I would say donate today, but I don't believe in channel funding, so clearly I don't believe in channel funding. Look how cheap it is here. Like, the most expensive thing here is how much I pay for Adobe every month. That's the craziest thing you've ever heard. Alright, see you next week. I'm gonna be here. Hopefully things aren't too different with this net neutrality thing going on. But I expect to see some of you back here next week. I know I will, because I don't quite understand net neutrality. no matter how Burger King explained it to me. Alright, see ya.